Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, codename Agent Who? Danger, god damn it. And check me out, man. For this time slot, I actually had a couple different videos prepared that I was gonna drop, and I came into Future Fight because I've been slacking all day, man, and I have a lot of dailies to do. And I came in, I'm like, you know what, let me bang up my dailies real quickly. However, I was presented with some very interesting news that has to do with the longevity and prosperity of Marvel Future Fight. So I decided that's a better video to upload in this time slot. So that's exactly what we are going to be doing. We're going to be taking a look at the result of a survey that was presented to us a couple weeks ago, actually close to, I think, 2 months ago, right? That many of us thought was falling on deaf ears, especially with the recent changes, right, to World Boss Ultimate, which nobody really asked for. But anyway, it's not the point of the video. Let's hop into it, ladies and gentlemen, and all of you savages. So, 2020 Content Improvement Survey results. Many of us were wondering when we were finally going to get the result of the survey that we did months ago. And honestly, first and foremost, I have to say big shout out to absolutely every one of you that took 5 minutes out of your day to participate in this survey, because even though we have over 1 million users on the forum registered, right, these surveys that impact the longevity and prosperity of the game, like I said previously, they generally don't garner that much attention. People generally don't spend the time, the 5 minutes that it takes to like participate in these surveys that could honestly dictate the direction of the game. And the reason why I say that is because we have 1 million people that's registered, but these surveys that ask, hey, what do you like about the game? What don't you like about the game? What would you like to see improved? Generally don't get more than like 5,000 to 10,000 people, which is shocking to me because every time I open the forum, I see lots of people complaining. So I'm like, wait, you have time to write a massive paragraph complaining daily. But when we get, like, seriously, the development team saying, hey guys, what do you want to see improve? What do you like? People don't participate. I feel like there's way more than 10,000 people that's complaining. But anyways, let's move on. Let's see what CM Fragment has brought to us, and I'll share my thoughts with you guys a little bit more. So the message goes, greetings agents. This is CM Fragment of the Marvel Future Fight team. Remember that survey you took about what improvements you would like to see in Marvel Future Fight in 2020? The rewards have long been sent. Yes, they did. They did send the rewards. For those of you guys who are looking in your inbox now, they sent it months ago or weeks ago, right? But it seems like a lot of our agents are curious about the results. You're damn right we are. So I've come here today to share with you the top 6 categories. And honestly, this is very interesting to me, right? Let's take a look at this image right here that was presented to me that made me know that there was a post of interest on the forum, right? When I logged in, I seen this. So 2020 Content Improvement Survey results. We're working to improve Marvel Future Fight based on your feedback. And this is why whenever these posts get put up on the forum, I generally make a video say, hey guys, participate, participate, participate. Because we all love this game. We all spend at least a few minutes a day playing it, right? So why wouldn't we want to give feedback to these people? There's way more of us than there are of them. And honestly, that means we generally know more about their game than they do. Believe it or not, because there's more of us playing it from different angles. So if we're giving them feedback, letting them know things that they don't know so they can improve the game to make it better overall, that's what we should ideally do, because it makes the game experience better for everyone, right? It's not you doing their job for them. Just saying. Anyways, you're basically making the game better for yourself and everyone else. Because I always see people say, why would I do a stupid survey? I'm just doing their job for them. No, you're helping to make the game better for yourself and everybody else. If you love the game, you want to see the game prosper because it brings you enjoyment, right? Anyways, moving on. So we have 2 different categories right here. They said 6 categories, but there's two, right? The most in need of improvement. First and foremost, front and center, Alliance Conquest. Honestly, it shouldn't have taken a survey for them to realize that Conquest is a steaming pile of. Okay. Anyways, right? However, it's the game mode that has the most potential to be tapped into because it allows you to use your entire roster. And that's something that people have been complaining about for years now. I'm not over exaggerating, for years now. The game kind of feels like it's a Barbie collection thing where you get all these flashy looking characters, but you only use like a handful of them, 20 or 30 of them, but you have over 200. Conquest is the place where you can use them, but the rewards are absolute garbage. Okay, so that's the first thing they need to work on. Now, they did improve the rewards recently, but that's not enough. And I hope to God that they didn't think what they did in the February update a week or so ago is enough. No, we need more, okay? Next is Danger Room. Danger Room also got an improvement. I like the improvement. It kind of requires you to use a little bit more skill and think a little bit more. Like it. However, even though it's more fun, even though it's more interesting, it has to be rewarding as well. So we need the rewards to be buffed to make it so that our time is worth the effort. Okay? Honestly, trust me, you can't just make it a little bit more fun because Danger Room wasn't boring to begin with. So you can't just make it a little bit more fun and expect people to like praise it like they do World Boss. Moving on, Timeline. Very happy to see Timeline here because Timeline definitely needs to be spiced up a little bit. For me personally, now that I have all the tier 3, actually before I even have all the tier 3s in the game, when it comes to Timeline, every week, if it's not like a ban list that I'm like scared of, which I don't see a week anymore that really stresses me to put a team together, which is kind of disappointing because the point of the ban list is to kind of force you to get out of your comfort zone and use different characters. But basically now I'm in a routine where I know exactly who I'm going to use every single week, regardless of what the ban list looks like. And we need something to be done about that. We want to use more of a roster. And I think a good way to go about it would be to limit just how often you can use certain characters. For one thing, I've seen some people saying they should make it so that you can only use like the character, like any character in your roster once in Timeline per day. That'd be cool, right? Because that means I wouldn't be using my Thanos, Deadpool, Jean Grey team 10 times a day for a week, basically 80 fights because of the reset period, right? It would be cool if they would mix it up a little bit and restrict like how often you can use certain OP characters, right? Just me, but they definitely should rework Timeline. I'm looking forward to that. Buff the rewards a little bit, but I think it is definitely still one of the most rewarding game modes we have available. You guys may not see it, but there's lots of free crystals there over time. You can buy uniforms for free. You can save for epic quests and all that good stuff via Timeline. So it's a necessary evil. I would never want to see it removed from the game. And I don't think it's in desperate need of a rework as badly as what I think should have been here as the third spot or even the second spot, and that is Extreme Alliance Battle. Considering y'all messed with it again, made it harder for the people who were trying to get ahead to now get ahead. Like, honestly, I don't know how, but then again, they didn't dictate the order of this. The people who wanted the ABX change should have made their opinions, like, you know what I'm saying, counted here in this survey. So this right here tells me that even though there's a lot of people saying they want ABX changes, when these surveys come around, they're clearly nowhere to be found. And that's what I'm saying. Why are you guys making all this noise on Reddit every single day or on the forum every single day when these surveys come around, you're not participating? You mean to tell me that more people chose Danger Room and Timeline over ABX that hasn't been touched since the beginning of time in terms of rewards? Really? Really? Anyways, let's move on. Most interesting, that's the second category here, World Boss. And honestly, it's very interesting to see that the two game modes that require you to use the most characters are on different spectrums. Like, for example, the worst game mode in the game, based on this thing right here, right, is Alliance Conquest. That requires you to use your entire roster. And the best game mode in the game, right, requires you to use anywhere from 3 to 8 characters, right? 3 on your team, 5 as strikers. It's interesting to see that they're on different sides of the scale, and it all comes down to two things: the time and the rewards. You have to spend way less time in World Boss. Sure, may be difficult, but you can scale it back and it can take you less time and you still get way better rewards than in Conquest. And I hope the Future Fight team sees this. The reason why World Boss is praised as number one: the fights are challenging, it's fun, it's interesting, but it's also extremely rewarding. The rewards, bro. You're basically playing for money. Every fight you win in World Boss literally saves you money. Okay, you get tier 3 materials and all that stuff that you can only buy for cash, or in some cases, rarely, crystals. Okay, then we have Shadowland, which gives you the opportunity to get premium cards in CTP, which again saves you money. And then we have Epic Quests. Very interesting third spot here. I never would have guessed that people would put the Epic Quest as the third most interesting piece of content, which goes to say quite a lot, because after you beat the Epic Quest the first time, it basically just becomes a resource grind and nothing else. So the fact that this is the third most interesting and most rewarding game mode says a lot, considering it only takes a few, I guess a few minutes of your time, or a few seconds of your time, if you just auto clear ticket it like every day. Honestly, Future Fight team, this should really tell you guys that you need to step it up big time with Danger Room, Timeline, and AC, right? There's no way that Epic Quest, yes, Phoenix Feathers, I know. The resources from the Fantastic Four, the ISOs, the custom gears, yes, I know, right? The characters that are locked in to the Epic Quest, Jean Grey, Strife, Doctor Doom, I know, but still, man, considering the fact that AC has so much potential, like, it's crazy to see the Epic Quest over AC. That shouldn't be the case, but it is what it is. And this goes to show that these game modes right here, Alliance, Conquest, Danger Room, and Timeline, they need a rework, but ABX definitely needed to be somewhere on this list. That's just me. All right, I don't want to keep you guys here too long. I want to hear your thoughts. From me, this is a good direction, and I hope that literally every 90 days, every 3 months, they put out a survey just like this, and they ask you, which game modes do you like now? Which ones would you still like to see reworked? Yada, 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 XYZ. This needs to happen frequently. Every 3 months, survey, to get as many people to participate as possible. So the people who missed out this time, they can let their voices be heard the next time, okay? This is a very good direction. It tells me that the development team still cares a lot about the game and the player base, even though sometimes it may not seem like it. Anyways, the rest of the message goes, the top 3 game contents that received improvement requests are, that's a weird sentence. Anyways, AC, or Alliance Conquest, Danger Room, and Timeline. As you know, both Alliance Conquest and Danger Room received changes through the February 12 update. Some improvements were made, and we are planning to release further improvements in the future. That is good, because trust me when I say AC is not even scratching the surface, bro. Y'all need to get the autoplay nonsense out of there and make it so that we can actually play with our characters, buff the rewards, make it so that we can get tier 3 mats. AC gotta come to the future. AC is living in the past. AC feels like it's a game mode that should have been in the game in 2015, 2016 at best, right? In 2020, going into 2021, nah, bro, AC needs to be dropping tier 3 mats so we can keep up with awakened skills and tier 3 characters. I'm not asking for a whole bunch, but I'm asking for proper rewards for the amount of time that you want people to actually invest in this game mode, especially considering the fact that to make the most out of AC, you have to have a big roster, which means you need to spend a little bit of change on the game. You dig? Anyways, moving on. Since the third most requested area was Timeline, we are currently reviewing all of these suggestions our agents provided. Look forward to the result. Oh yeah. On the other hand, the 3 categories which received the most praise were World Boss, Shadowland, and Epic Quest. World Boss and Shadowland, I understand completely. because of the value that they provide in terms of the CCF. And from Shadowland, it's the possibility, the chance of getting premium cards and CTPs, and also the biometrics, which helps you build new characters when they come out, right? I'm not gonna shit on those rewards, even though I no longer like need them, but it is very, very good, and I would never like to see that change, right? And also when it comes to the epic quest, people really love it because it gives them access to people like Wolverine, Deadpool, Mr. Fantastic, Doctor Strange, Jean Grey, all those amazing characters that we know and love. So it's great in that regard. It was great hearing about how much everyone enjoys playing. We will strive to continue evolving the game in response to the community's valuable feedback. We look forward to seeing how Marvel Future Fight will grow in 2020. Best believe I'm here for it. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna wrap it up right here. I've been talking for a good little while. It's like 4 a.m. in the morning, right? I just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys before I actually go finish up my dailies before the reset. Hit me in the comments, hit me on Discord, let me know how you guys are feeling about this thing. It's nice to see them actually addressing this, right? Actually letting us know that, hey, the survey that you guys participated in, it wasn't a waste of your time. We're actually listening, and the fact that they took the time to give us, like, you know, more than just a sentence and even brought us a picture and stuff means they definitely, you know what I'm saying, took the feedback seriously to some extent. How seriously? It remains to be seen. We need proper rewards for AC. I would say Danger Room definitely needs proper rewards as well. In addition to that, they need to make sure that those packages for Rachel and Negasonic come back more frequently. Like, I would say, like, put them back to back, and once they end, take like a month break and then bring them back, because people need access to these characters and it takes a long ass time to get them otherwise. Okay, timeline kind of up in the air in that one. I would definitely not mind if they reduced the amount of fights that we were able to do in timeline and made it so kind of like KOF. You only need to do 3, but the fights are weighted, so you wouldn't be losing anything, you'll just be saving time. Just something I'm gonna throw out there. I really like what they do on KOF. You don't have to spend a whole bunch of time fighting the same fight over and over and over again 10 times when you can just do it 3 times and you get the same amount of rewards. Just something I'm throwing out there. Anyways, I'm gone. Stay safe. Peace out.